Here I have a PVC plastic ring, 4 inches in diameter. I believe that's the inner diameter, not the outer, so it's a little more than 4 inches. If I place this directly under the camera and line this angle up with the line, I can make a mark on the paper. Then I can rotate this ring 30 degrees and make another mark. I can rotate another 30 degrees and make another mark, and rotate another 30 degrees and make my final mark. If I then look at these marks, we see that they're getting closer and closer together. Now these aren't really precise. I didn't rotate the thing exactly 30 degrees. I eyeballed the rotation. If I want to get a little more accurate picture, I can take a ring like this, where I've made a mark, and then I've, well, let's see. I guess here's the first mark. Okay, mark here, and then I've marked it at 30 degrees all the way around on one side, and then I've marked it at 45 degrees on the other side, and we can see those marks if we look directly down on the ring. Okay, we see that if I look at the upper half, I've got marks at 30, and this thing would hold still, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180 degrees from here, although of course we usually number from this side. If I look at this part, I say I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 marks at 45, 90, 135, and 180 degrees. Now, if I place the ring under the camera so that the one of the marks is in the center, we can see how the 30 degree mark more or less lines up with this position, the 60 degree mark with this position, and the outer edge with this position. And of course we could mark it similarly on the other side. Alternatively, we could come around to the 45 degree markings, line it up, and see that the center appears to be right about here. Now you've got a little bit of a camera angle, you can't really see where the marks are, but this might make it a little more convincing. Line it up with the angle, the right angle, and line this one up, and do the same on the other side, and we can see that the marks are again not evenly spaced. This mark corresponds to 0 degrees, this mark would correspond to 30 degrees, this one to 60 degrees, this one to 90 degrees, and this one would be 45 degrees. This would also be 90 degrees, and it's not real consistent with this. Just because of parallax, we weren't able to get a really good picture of where these lines project down onto the paper. But what we're going to do is we're going to change our perspective. Now, we'll do this in another clip, but we can see the 30, 40, well, let's go from this end, the 0, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180 degree marks around here. If we want to put the thing in this position, we can have marks at 45 degree intervals. And let's pretend that we're looking down from this direction instead of looking straight down on it, and let's just see what kind of results we get.